What's up everyone? My name is Elise Dumo and today we're going to be talking about whether or not you actually need a gym membership. A little bit about me, I am a former Division I volleyball player and really like to lift. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight on my story on whether or not I think you actually should spend your hard-earned money at a gym and give you some alternatives if you think that getting a gym membership might actually not be the right fit for you. And if you haven't already, please be sure to check me out on TikTok, Instagram, and Spotify. I'm super excited to be rebranding my Instagram this Sunday, February 21st. So be sure to check that out. There's going to be like a ton of super cool things on there and a lot of like behind the scenes of what goes on here on this YouTube channel. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so when we're talking about having a gym membership, what are we talking about if you're not familiar with gym memberships? Let's just start there. A gym membership is where you pay a monthly fee, a weekly fee to be a part of a local gym. And there are so many gyms out there. There's Planet Fitness, Gold's Gyms, those are just kind of the big national ones. But of course there's little local gyms. I belong to a local gym that's really small and only has 2 locations in my local area. It's super cheap. First, you want to find the gym that's right for you, but let's talk a little bit more about that in a second. Let's go to my 3 main points about whether or not you actually need a gym membership. 3 things that I think you should consider when you are deciding whether or not to give a gym your hard-earned money are: 1, figure out your fitness goals. 2, look at your budget and how much you have to spend. And 3, think about what you have already available to you. First, let's start with your fitness goals. So for me, I actually have never had a gym membership until like now, actually. Starting in June of this year, or 2021 now. So 6 months, 7, I've only ever paid for a gym membership 7 months out of my life. So let's look at your goals. If you want to be a competitive athlete, then I recommend that you get a gym membership, but like, let's think about this for a second. As a competitive athlete, never had my own gym membership because I was getting those competitive workouts in through my volleyball clubs or through the gym at school or other ways. There are tons of ways to save money and you do not need to drop $80 a month on a gym that you're not gonna go to if you have other resources available. But if, for example, if you wanna be a power lifter or if you wanna be a football player or even a volleyball player, softball player, like if you really want to be competitive in your sport, then I would strongly consider getting a gym membership if there are not avenues already available to you for you to get that personalized training. I'll have a video that I'm going to put out about whether or not you need a personal trainer because I think a lot of people really need guidance on that. But if you are trying to be a competitive athlete in your sport, there are some things that body weight training just aren't going to be able. My cats. What I'm saying is if you want to be a competitive athlete in your sport, there are some things that no amount of push-ups or wall sits or air squats are going to be able to train you for.
Ah, there he is.
This is Sailor. I love you. So at the end of the day, look at your fitness goals. If you want to be a high competitive athlete, I would strongly consider getting yourself in some type of gym setting, no matter what. Most likely with a personal trainer. We'll talk about that in a different video. Oh, yeah. Point number 2, budget. What type of money do you got to spend? Are you a 9-to-5er who's got no kids and you just like, I just want to get involved and I have $300 a month to spend? Then cool. Go be a part of a CrossFit gym because they are expensive. Oh man, I would love to be able to afford to be a part of a CrossFit gym because I just love working out with groups and being really competitive, but I can't afford it. But if you don't have a lot of money to spend, there's no reason to think that you can't get in shape because you can get in shape for free. I mean, like food's not free and food is a big part about getting into shape, but like you don't need a squat rack and a ton of free weights to get into shape. You can do it with body weight exercises. In high school, the majority of the workouts that I did to prepare me to play collegiate ball and the workouts that helped me increase my vertical so much were workouts that were not done in the gym. It was sprints, running outside, doing things on my parents' back porch. Like I just spent a lot of time working out on my parents' back porch, to be honest. There's like little rifts in the carpet on the screened-in back porch there, like where I would do sit-ups. It's actually kind of funny. And I do know what you're thinking, okay, well, what if I can't afford it, but I start paying for it and like it'll motivate me to go, because like if I can't afford it and I'm paying for it, then like I have to go or I'll feel bad about myself. Do not, like, money is not a motivator. Like, I promise you, how, like, gyms, like, the only way gyms are able to stay in business is because the majority of the people who actually pay for the membership don't show up. And lastly, point number 3, consider the things that you have available to you. For example, if your fitness goal is to be able to run a marathon and you live in a neighborhood, you can probably run laps in the neighborhood to help you train. But if you live in a really cold, icy, snowy area where the conditions aren't safe to run, then maybe you might need to go to a gym or invest in a treadmill so you're able to run. Something that I would like you to consider is not underestimating 10 feet of free space in your bedroom, in your house, in your basement, in your apartment. A lot of my plyometric training was done through the Insanity like video things that are like super old, early 2000s, 90s or something. But I absolutely love those workouts, and I did those in hotel rooms, I did those in my dorm room, I would do those in the corner of like the basketball court at my college during the winter. Pretty much the only amount of space that I needed to do a really, really good body weight workout in my own home was just enough space for me to like go like this in a circle, like around me. There's so many different kinds of workouts you can do in just such a small confined space. You don't need a football field or a turf field or a giant gym to get a good workout. And if there's just one little like fitness tidbit that I would like to leave you with, it would be consider your general health and overall fitness less about having the cool leggings and doing the really hard workouts, and more about just getting into the rhythm of discipline, consistency, and sometimes creativity when you don't have all the resources available to you or your budget isn't unlimited. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my 3 tips or considerations, I guess, that you should think about when you are considering whether or not to be a part of the gym, and give them your hard-earned money, you know, because it don't grow on trees, even though we wish it did. Be sure to click like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.